Hola, everyone. Welcome back. Like everything else nowadays, I should say, welcome back to a hybrid version of Open Friday. Our next guest represents Bronx Grows Dance, a 2-day live and interactive dance event, produced by Pepatian Bronx Arts Collaborative in collaboration with that would be the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, with the purpose of gathering youth from the Bronx and uptown communities to engage with and having dance in their lives. And here to share more is Bronx native dance educator, choreographer, performer, and Bronx Grows Dance project lead, Megan Curet. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for having me here today.
Well, congratulations. Let's start with that on being selected as a Dancing Future resident.
Yes, it's my first time receiving a grant, I have to say, for what, 18, 20, an almost 15-year career in the making. So I'm really excited that my first official grant and my largest residency that I've received yet is going to be taking place here in the Bronx and made possible by two institutions that I find to be so critical and important to the dance culture here, not only in the Bronx, but in New York City. So yeah, it's taking place in Pepatian, with Pepatian in collaboration with BAD. And it will kick off this week, actually, on May 19th. And my work will premiere on the first weekend of November, actually. So super excited.
Well, congratulations again on that. And so let's just talk a little bit about how it kind of serves in this Bronx Grows Dance, right? So I introduced the Dancing Future residency, which is being presented by Pepatian and BAD, and so is Bronx Grows Dance, right? So those are two separate entities, or does one serve the other? How does that work with your residency?
They're actually technically two separate entities. This is sort of a baby project that I've been wanting to bring to fruition for a couple of years now. And, it's one of those projects that I kept mentioning. And I just, as a dance educator here in the Bronx, I not only live in the South Bronx, but I teach at Zeta charter schools in the same neighborhood that I live in. And as a full-time dance educator, I think interacting with and providing opportunities for the youth is so important to the whole ecosystem of our arts culture. And so luckily enough, we received the grants and the fundings to make it happen this school year. And it's coming towards the end of the year. So it's a really nice way for the youth to wrap up the first year back for many of our kids, right? To in-person learning in this pandemic period. So Bronx Grows Dance is a youth-centered dance conference. And the idea was to model a professional dance conference that many adults attend throughout their careers, but geared towards the youth. And that kind of hasn't been done, actually. So it's really exciting that it's happening, and it's happening in the Bronx. And it's also to give like our uptown kiddos more exposure and opportunity to pre-professional dance experience. So that's one item on the agenda that's happening. And it just so happened that I received this grant and residency opportunity, but it really ties into my practice and my PhD research that is very much rooted in community and communal dance activity. And it all sort of ties into this decolonial practice of dance training and working with the body and working within community to train the dance body. So while they're separate, they find each other in this really magical way. So it's very exciting. It's a really exciting period.
It is very exciting and very deep too, because just to bring everyone else up to speed, right? So Megan is also, she's a PhD candidate at Plymouth University in the UK, and her research is actually based on decolonial dance practice based, right? Am I saying that correct? And so the whole concept of, I guess, embracing your roots, taking your roots, bringing in your ancestry into the present, and then fusing it with contemporary while urbanizing it to have that dialogue with the next generation, because you have to meet them where they are, right? I know you know that, you're an educator.
I love that you managed to summarize that so well. Thank you. It's so rare that I feel so understood so easily. So I appreciate that. But yes, you're completely right. We
Oh,
really need to have this dialogue with our next generation to also make sure that they're receiving the knowledge and the information that's needed to prep them to take on anything in the world, right? That connection to their culture and their history and their identity is what will arm them to handle any scenario and be able to move through any space fluidly and confidently as they progress through this world. So yes, I totally agree with that.
yeah, no, it's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that I assessed it properly, right? Because I was visualizing the concept and the fact that it's a symposium. And my other question is the symposium being led by professional dancers or the youth themselves also participating as leads?
So this year, the workshops are being led by professionals. We've got Milteri Tucker from Bombasso Dance Co. We've also got Beverly Lopez from Ready Dance Co. And so there's this abundance of talent right here in and from the Bronx. And so we're leading workshops, but the workshop is going to culminate with conversation led by members of the youth project. And the idea is that next year we expand the project by having the youth facilitate and build out the workshops and the symposium. So this is like the birth of what eventually the idea will be, that the youth can lead their own dance symposium as well.
Oh, wow. So that's really cool. That's really dope. And I'm glad we're the first to present it too here on Open. And so with that, because it is a dance symposium, is the conversation solely going to be verbal or is there going to be movement within that structure?
That's a great clarifying question. It's a super interactive full body workshop. So we're going to be having contemporary dance workshops, fusion dance workshops with bachata and salsa. They're going to be working with elements of bomba in composition and choreography workshops to also build out their own works throughout the day. And that's going to culminate in sort of open jam session. We're also going to be doing some PhD presentations and some roundtable discussions. Lunch is going to be provided. So it's going to be a really long and invigorating day, so I hope. But it does start and end with movement, and there's a lot of conversation and interaction as well.
So what is the age range and is there a cap on how many people can participate? And do people need to register in advance? And if they do, please share with us where they have to go.
So it's really simple. They email pepatian@gmail.com to RSVP. And the residency takes place on Saturday, the 21st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Lunch is included. We do, however, recommend that participants do have to be vaccinated in order to participate as per the regulations of the Theater of BAD, Bronx Academy of Art and Dance, where it is taking place. And other than signing up, giving their food restrictions, because lunch will be provided, it is free and open to anyone ages 12 to 18 who is even interested in movement. They do not have to come pre-professional or professionally trained. The idea is to get everyone together in the space, moving, grooving, and talking about the future of dance. And the second really important component is that this 2-day event starts on Friday night with a performance with members that are leading the symposium. And that is free for the youth. So you get to watch performances on Friday the 20th at 8 p.m. at BAD, and then you get to take part in a full day dance symposium, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the 21st, Saturday.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for bringing it here to our viewers, Megan Curet. Yes, yes, yes. It's lovely. It's lovely and very exciting. I'm very excited for the next generation. And as I like to say to our adult leads who are empowering the next generation, here's to leaving things better than we found them. Bravo, Megan.
Yes.
Bravo.
Thank you.
All right. And you guys, thanks again to Megan. She's the Bronx Grows Dance project lead, choreographer. She's a dance educator and a performer. And once again, Bronx Grows Dance will take place. It's taking place Friday and Saturday, May 20th and 21st. And as she mentioned, there's a performance on Friday, and then there's the full day symposium on Saturday. That's all taking place at the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, located at 2474 Westchester Ave in the Bronx. For tickets, you can go to badbronx.org. For more information on Bronx Grows Dance Project, please visit pepatian.org. All right, next up we have Bronx Week 2022 that was in full effect with its in-person events introducing new spaces in the Bronx. Let's take a look.